This is H2O2 from H2O. So now I'm going to go over the rising system and how it connects to the PWM V2. So I showed you earlier the black riser that came out the bottom of the SensrSWT Alpha, and that's right here. And then I plug in my 90-degree pins into that, which point outward, and then I'm going to solder them to the board, and I've already started here, 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 and here, and then on the other side also. So what I've done is placed it in a vise to get my alignment on the front and back correct, and then I shimmed it, wiggled it back and forth until it was a true 90 degrees up and down. Sorry for all the wires, but they're just necessary for my testing. And here's an angle shot, or a view shot of the other side. And you should be able to just slide your iron in there, heat those right up, slip the solder right on them, and they should adhere perfectly. Just want to make sure that when you line this up, that you see that the pad is there, and that the pins are basically centered on the pad. You'll have to trim those pins off. They will stick out too far off the board, and so do some pre-alignment and take a look and trim those off. But you do want the 90-degree on there, and it needs to be flat onto the board so that the solder will adhere to the pin and the pad. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like when it's together. And let me pull this apart. And this is what they should look like apart. Now, let me point out a couple things. There's the riser soldered into place. Here's the pin soldered into place. Here's the riser. Now I want to point out that you're not required to have a double-sided copper board. Single-sided is fine. This is just the material I had. But if you do use double-sided because of availability, make sure that you mask off the back of this and etch away around where these pins are going to come through. We do drill these holes through the board and then solder them from the front side. So you will have to account for that. On the PWM V2, of course, it doesn't matter. Those are just surface soldered. There's no holes drilled there. Also wanted to point out that my board is modified. It's no longer square. They have the 45-degree angle cuts. That's just so it would fit into my case. The printouts for those on the website will be square, like this one here. I will have to modify this board also, so it will fit in. I don't have enough clearance because my 12-volt coming in and my ground coming out, I believe, is in the way. Also, just wanted to point out that this is the prototype version 2.0.0. None of these wires will be on your version. This is H2O2 from H2O, signing out.